So, going back to the last class, we said the probability of A and B was the probability of A times the probability of B. So when we are doing and, we would multiply the two probabilities together, and that would give us what we needed. Today we're going to talk about finding the probability of disjoint and overlapping events. So this time we're talking about the probability of A or B. So the probability of A or B is when you're adding. All right, so make yourself a note. When it's and, you're going to multiply. When it's or, you're going to add. Okay? Now, or has two scenarios. They're either going to be disjoint from each other, or what's called mutually exclusive, or they're going to overlap, kind of like a Venn diagram. Okay, where they fall into two categories, so we have to subtract one of them back out. Okay, so everyone should know a standard deck of cards has 52 cards. If you've never played cards, then you don't know this. So there are 52 cards in a deck. Within this deck of cards, there are 4 suits. There are hearts, there are diamonds, there are spades, and there are clubs. Within each suit, there are 13 cards. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, and King. Okay, so 4 suits, 13 cards each, 52 cards total. Okay, so if I wanted to find the probability that I can randomly select a 10 or a 4, then I would say the probability of 10 or the probability of 4. Okay, so we are going to do the probability of 10 or 4. So first off, how many 10s are in a deck? Well, there are 4 10s because you have a 10 of hearts, 10 of spades, 10 of diamonds, 10 of clubs. So there are 4 out of 52. There are also 4 4s. There's 4 of everything. So this is 8 over 52, which is 0.154, or 15.4%. So if I were to take a deck of cards, lay them out on the desk, and tell you to draw a card, you have a 15.4% chance of it being a 10 or a 4. Okay? Now, what if I wanted you to find, or to draw, or to randomly pick a 10 or a spade? So this is where the overlap happens, because the 10 of spades is going to be in the 10s group and in the spades group. So we'll find the probability of each and then subtract one back out. So now you're going to have the probability of a 10 plus the probability of a spade minus the probability of the 10 of spades. So I know there are 4 10s. There are 13 spades, but there's only 1 10 of spades. So we have a common denominator. So 4 plus 13 is 17. 17 minus 1 is 16. And this comes 0.308, or 30.8%. All right. So now, if you were to walk into a parking lot and randomly select a vehicle, then you might want to find out how many vehicles are there. So the first thing we are going to do is count. A vehicle is randomly chosen from a parking lot. The parking lot contains 3 red minivans, 2 blue minivans, 3 blue convertibles, 1 black pickup truck, 3 black motorcycles, 1 red motorcycle, and 2 blue scooters. Altogether, there are 15 vehicles. You always have to know exactly how many you're working with. Now, what is the probability of choosing at random a red vehicle or a minivan? So what is the probability of a red vehicle or the probability of a minivan? Now, you have to ask yourself when you're doing this each time, is there overlap? Are there red minivans? There are 3 red minivans, so I have to subtract the overlap of 3 red minivans. So you find the probability of all the red vehicles. So there's 3, 4. So I have 4 vehicles out of 15 that are red, plus minivans. 3, 4, 5. There are 5 minivans, but there are 3 red minivans. So 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 minus 3 is 6. So 6 out of 15 is 0.4. So you would have a 40% chance of randomly selecting a red vehicle or a minivan. So next, I want to look at the probability of randomly selecting a scooter or a black vehicle. So the probability of a scooter or the probability of a black vehicle. Are there black scooters? No, there's only blue. So I don't have to worry about overlap. These two are disjoint. They have nothing to do with each other. So how many scooters are we? We got 2 scooters plus black vehicles. 3, 2, 3. 1 black truck, 3 black motorcycles. So that would be 4. And 6 out of 15 is 0.4. Again, we have 40%. So you have the same chance of choosing a scooter or a black vehicle as you do a red vehicle or a minivan. So next, let's compare a black vehicle or a motorcycle. So the probability of a black vehicle or a motorcycle. Just going to put MC for motorcycle, keep it simple. So first I need to, before I put my equal signs, I should have thought about that, is I need to ask myself, are there any black motorcycles? Yeah. Then I need to subtract a black motorcycle so that it doesn't get added in twice. So the probability of a black vehicle is 4 out of 15 plus motorcycles. We got 3 and 1, so we got 4. Then we have to subtract the black motorcycles, which are 3, because we don't want to add them in twice. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. So 5 over 15 is 1/3, which is 0.33. So 33%. All right. Now we have 4-wheeled vehicle or a blue vehicle. So what is the probability of choosing a 4-wheeled vehicle or choosing a blue vehicle? Are there any blue 4 wheels? Yes. So then I'm going to have to subtract the overlap. So blue 4 wheels. And I just keep my abbreviations simple. There is no sense in All right, so how many vehicles have 4 wheels? So we got 3 plus 2. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, nope, nope. So we got 9 out of 15 that have 4 wheels. Plus, how many are blue? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now subtract the blue 4 wheels. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 9 plus 7 is 16. 16 minus 5 is 11. And 11 over 15 is 0.733. Or 73.3%. That one kind of ran over. All right. So that is how you determine that. This number 7 is exactly the same as the one we did above. There's only 4 aces. There's only 4 8s. So it's going to be exactly like 10 and 4. Okay? So you're going to have the probability of an ace plus the probability of an 8. There's no overlap because you don't have 8 and ace are their own cards. They're not suits. So you're going to have the 4 out of 52 plus the 4 out of 52, which is 8 out of 52, which is 0.154, or 15.4%. Anytime you're looking for the probability of selecting 2 cards, one or the other, it's always going to be 15.4% because there's 4 of everything. This one here, talking about a 10 or a diamond, since this is a card and this is a suit, it's going to be just like the overlap. The probability of a 10 plus the probability of a diamond minus the probability of the 10 of diamonds. So you've got 4 out of 52 plus 13 out of 52 minus 1 out of 52. Same thing, 16 over 52. 0.308, so 30.8%. So anytime you're choosing between a card and a suit, it's always going to be 30.8%. And that sums up disjoint and overlapping.